At number 10, we have Ariana Grande. Ariana once got banned for life from a donut shop after the star was caught on camera licking a bunch of donuts she didn't pay for. In 2015, the star entered the Wolfie Donut shop with some friends. When the clerk went to the back room, Grande would proceed to lick some donuts that she didn't pay for. Later, the owner of the restaurant watched the video and would end up banning her from the location for life. They would also go to try press charges against her. However, nothing ever went through with the charges because the incident would have only cost $4 for the donut she didn't pay for. The owner, however, was very upset with Ariana and said not even an apology from Grande would have caused him to change his mind. Unfortunately for Grande, the incident would have caused her chance to be booked to play a gig at the White House, and she would later go on to make jokes about herself for the incident. Number 9. Britney Spears. After having a pretty public mental breakdown, Britney Spears made a spectacle of smearing food across her face in a restaurant. Britney was described as acting weird by fellow staff and celebrities present at the time of the incident. While sitting at her table, Britney started to play dress up with her dinner. While many were left feeling concerned and disturbed by the incident, the staff were quick to check on the star and escorted her from her table and out of the restaurant. Britney would then be later informed that she was no longer welcome in the restaurant or on the hotel grounds itself. Now, her behavior herself wasn't a sin or rude behavior, however, how she portrayed herself in public and how she never issued an apology for her actions definitely made some people raise some eyebrows. Luckily for Britney, after she cleaned herself up, the restaurant lifted its ban of 2 years, and she was later pictured celebrating her 28th birthday. Now, if you're enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. At number 8, we have Ruby Rose. Ruby Rose was once kicked out of a bar in New Orleans for allegedly throwing fries at the waitstaff. The star was described by the owner as being a child because she threw a big tantrum in the middle of the restaurant. After she threw the tantrum, the staff booted her from the establishment, where she then started to curse out the bartender and even began to throw food at the staff member. Ruby later would write a Facebook post where she didn't deny throwing the fries. However, she did explain why she did it. Ruby claimed that they waited 60 minutes for the fries and over 90 minutes for food that never showed up to the table. When they asked the bartender what was taking so long, he offered Ruby and her table some free drinks. When the star told the bartender no thanks, she said he started to mock her and her friends. At one point, the bartender even told her to go call her sponsor, and that's when the star reacted to throwing a french fry at the staff member. Ruby would later say she regretted how she acted and maybe she wouldn't throw french fries again. But maybe next time the bartender wouldn't be so insensitive.
And at number 7, Amy Schumer. Another person who did not keep their negative feelings to themselves was comedian Amy Schumer. During an interview with Howard Stern in 2016, Schumer shared how awful the experience was, although she was of course grateful to be invited. During the interview she said, quote, "It's people doing an impression of having a conversation. I don't like the farce. We're dressed up like a bunch of effing a-holes. I don't like it. I have no interest in fashion. I don't care." She even claimed that the event felt like a punishment rather than a privilege. She continued, quote, "I left earlier than I should have been allowed. I got to meet Beyonce and she was like, 'Is this your first Met Gala?' And I was like, 'It's my last.'"
Number 6. Jamie Kennedy. Jamie Kennedy once helped save a woman in a car crash after getting kicked out of a restaurant in Houston. After performing at the Houston Improv, the comedian decided to head over to the Yard House for some drinks with his friends. However, the management staff at the Yard House had to ask Jamie to leave and proceeded to escort the star out of the building for using profanity with the waitstaff. After leaving the establishment without a fight, Jamie decided he wasn't ready to go home for the night and proceeded to head to a different bar. Around 2:40 a.m., when the star was walking to the next location, a car flipped over up onto the sidewalk, where they were walking just 10 feet in front of them. Jamie and his entourage then proceeded to help the two women out of the smoking car. Number 5. MTV Video Awards. Over the past 40 years, the VMAs have brought us some unpredictable and iconic moments in the music industry with the biggest stars. However, back in 2009, after Taylor Swift attempted to accept her award for Best Video by Female Artist, Kanye took to the stage in a heated moment to say, "Taylor, I'ma let you finish, but Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time." This outburst, however, didn't get Kanye disbarred from the event, though it wasn't until 2015 when Kanye reprised his most infamous stunt that earned him from being barred from all future award shows. Number 4, we have Dennis Rodman. Charles Oakley had to once kick Dennis Rodman out of his steakhouse for eating off of other people's plates. Charles said he agreed to meet with Dennis at his steakhouse after the two made an appearance at a Miami event together. However, before he arrived, he got a phone call from his manager telling him to get to the location as fast as he could. When Charles arrived to the location, he looked through the window and saw Dennis eating, then moving to the next table and eating some more. Charles went straight up to Dennis and asked him what he was doing. Dennis responded by saying, "I'm relaxing and trying to entertain." Now, Charles clearly wasn't impressed with the star's action and proceeded to kick him out of the restaurant. He then told the basketball star to never come near him again, destroying their relationship off the court. What Dennis thought was a joke clearly wasn't, and he should have known better than to do that in a high-class restaurant.
And at number 3, Tina Fey. Tina Fey does not care at all about events like the Met, and she's made that abundantly clear when she publicly trashed the prestigious event. Back in 2015, the comedian told David Letterman, quote, "I've gone to it once and it's such a jerk parade. Clearly I'll never go again. But you go and it's this beautiful space and it's just like every jerk from every walk of life is there wearing something stupid. You walk up these huge steps and I went in and dragged my husband along with me too, which I'm still in trouble for." From this statement, she clearly banned herself, and she's completely fine with never going back. Fey didn't stop there either, adding, quote, "If you had a million arms, all the people you'd want to punch are there."
Number 2, Jenna Fisher. Now, Jenna actually wasn't kicked out of a restaurant in real life. However, her character Pam in the comedy show The Office was. It all started when Jenna decided to tweet a photo of her pictured in front of the restaurant where she asked if she should try to go in. Pam in the show was so tipsy she continually began to fall out of her chair and display some pretty rude behavior. It got to the point that the restaurant owner stated she was no longer welcome back at the restaurant chain ever again. Number 1, James Corden. Recently, James Corden was banned from a famous New York City restaurant after being a jerk to wait staff. The owner of the restaurant, Keith McNally, posted to his Instagram to state the comedian was effectively banned from his famous bistro after he became one of the most abusive customers to enter the location since it opened. So you're probably wondering what led James to be banned. Well, Keith detailed 2 examples of how the star misconducted himself at the restaurant, which led to his ban being indefinite. The first example is he was extremely nasty to servers, demanded drinks to come to his table and that they be comped altogether. The second incident took place when James' wife, Julia, received her egg yolk omelet only to find that there was some egg whites mixed in. The omelet was then remade and brought back to the table with fries instead of a salad. James then continued to yell at the staff that they didn't know how to do their jobs. Eventually, the situation was resolved when the floor manager decided to step in. James has yet responded to Keith's allegation. However, if one thing's clear, he definitely won't be eating at this location for a while. Number 10, we have the Grammys. Back in March, the Grammys made the ultimate decision to bar West from performing due to his concerning online behavior. A rep of the artist confirmed that the team received a phone call informing Kanye that he had unfortunately been removed from the lineup from performers for the show due to his behavior. Ultimately, the decision was made because Kanye was having a performance on the live network television would be a risky situation based on his social media post and activity in the past few months. With his online harassment with Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian, the Grammys was scared he might use the stage to continue the harassment, and they did not condone this and made the decision to ban Kanye from performing, and I don't blame them. Number 9, we have Instagram. Instagram restricted and deleted content from Kanye's page after the star violated the social media platform's rules and guidelines after the star made some pretty serious comments towards the Jewish community. A Meta spokesperson confirmed that they decided to impose restrictions on the account as the posts broke strict guidelines and temporarily stopped Kanye from posting for 24 hours. This isn't the first time West has been restricted on the social media platform, as his account was suspended back in March after he hurled racial slurs at the Daily Show host Trevor Noah back in March, and this probably won't be the last. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Number 8, Twitter. Just hours after Kanye was suspended off Instagram, Twitter ultimately decided to ban Kanye as well after the star didn't learn his lesson and continued to throw more shade towards the Jewish community. The tweet stayed up on the platform for a couple of hours, and it was removed and replaced with, "This tweet violated Twitter rules." Within the past week, Kanye West has been on social media as he continues to defend himself for wearing his WLM t-shirt and accused Kim Kardashian of being their daughter Chicago West. Clearly having the ban after returning to Twitter, he posted a photo of himself and Mark with a caption saying, "Look at this, Mark. How you gonna kick me off Instagram when you used to be my friend?" With many users calling for West to be permanently banned, it's going to be interesting to see what comes to light days ahead. Number 7. Stuart Raw. Not only has Stuart been kicked out of Nobu, but he's also been banned from the popular Japanese restaurant. Back in 2012, the New York Post reported that the billionaire was banned for life as he tried to bribe people to give up their table for him. He then continued to call the manager Sharon, demeaning names, while he was escorted out of the restaurant. However, the drama wouldn't stop there. Stuart would then send an email to Nobu co-owner Drew demanding that the manager be fired and seat some big name celebrities such as Leonardo DiCaprio, Alicia Keys, and Mark Wahlberg. This also isn't the first time the billionaire hasn't played well with others, as the star has allegedly started fights with Tiger Woods and has even been thrown out of a celebrity Hamptons party after being labeled a stalker. If we learned anything from Stuart, it's that just because you have money, it doesn't give you the right for a free pass. Number 6. Sierra Cannon. After the rapper published a series of now deleted Instagram posts detailing his feud with ex-wife Kim Kardashian over where their children should be schooled, Kim decided to take swift action after her husband revealed the name of her children's private school and hired additional security to guard the entire school. Kim is allegedly paying the bill for the increased protective measures, which are taken to prevent strangers and Kanye from showing up at the school and potentially harming the Kardashian West children and their schoolmates, now that their location has been made public information. I just hope Kanye realizes putting himself first in this situation really put his kids and their classmates in danger, and going forward, I hope he'll choose to keep private matters more private.
Halfway number 5. Gwyneth Paltrow. Gwyneth Paltrow is another celebrity who openly slammed the award show and paid the ultimate price. After Paltrow attended the Met in 2013, she told the Kylie and Jackie O show that, quote, "It sucked. Ouch." She continued that it seems like it would be the best thing in the world, adding, quote, "You always think, oh my god, it's going to be so glamorous and amazing, and you're gonna see all these people, and then you get there and it's so hot and it's so crowded and everyone's pushing you. I think we're all a bit old to dress up punk." Apparently these comments did not go over well, and Paltrow and Wintour had a minor feud in the years that followed, but over time the pair were able to make up, and Paltrow was invited to the 2017 Met.
4. Kris Jenner's home. Back in 2015, Kris wasn't happy when daughter Kim Kardashian demanded the momager allow her family to move in while contractors completed the renovations on the bathrooms in Kim and Kanye's bedroom. In a clip that aired on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kris is heard saying, "I would have to make a run for it." Kim then went to ask Kylie, who was quick to say, "Nobody is staying at my house." With Kim at the time being pregnant, Kris did let her move in for a short time, but Kanye wasn't allowed. There was much speculation to why the rapper was banned from the house, with the biggest reason being Kanye has never been a welcoming figure in the Jenner home for a visit, let alone for an extended period of time. At number 3, we have Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage was once kicked out of a restaurant after being mistaken for being homeless. Now, the Oscar winner was at the Laurie Prime Rib restaurant located in Las Vegas. In a video later obtained by The Sun, you could see the star sitting on the restaurant sofa in a drunken state. Now, it's easy to see why the restaurant would have mistaken the star first as being homeless, considering he was wearing cheetah print PJ pants and he had no shoes on. While waiting for the table, he was acting rowdy and proceeded to get into an altercation with the staff. Even after being escorted out of the restaurant, Cage continued to argue with the staff while trying to go back in. While Nicolas did ignore to comment about the incident, he did say his work did help him avoid getting into situations like the one at the restaurant. Number 2, Saturday Night Live. Kanye has allegedly been banned from appearing on any Saturday Night Live show as a result of his very public meltdown and feud with Pete Davidson over Kim Kardashian. While SNL isn't afraid to tackle any story on head, it's said you will no longer see Kanye on the show or hear his name ever mentioned again. While the show doesn't have a list of banned celebrities, everyone knows behind the scene it exists. There are certain people who are so awful they'll never be invited back, and then there's people like Kanye who are great on TV, just not worth all the drama. Number 1. Kim Kardashian's home. In January, Kanye West told Jason Lee that he was blocked by security for entering his ex Kim Kardashian's house while trying to visit his 4 children. West then goes on to say that the reason for not being able to enter the property is because Kim Kardashian's boyfriend at the time, Pete Davidson, was in the house, and Kim wanted to avoid any confrontation between the two stars. Kanye then sent 2 of his cousins to speak with Kim, and they noted that security wasn't going to get in the way of West seeing his kids, and that his kids weren't going to use TikTok without his permission. There's no wonder why Kim Kardashian made the decision to keep her children from seeing Kanye's outburst, and had security stop him from coming in.
And at number 10, Khloe Kardashian. The Met Gala is a place that is usually full of Kardashians. Kim, Kylie, and Kendall are always a mainstay, with momager Kris also usually getting an invite. But fans have noticed over the years that Khloe and Kourtney have never attended the event, even though they could be considered more famous than some other celebrities that have made the cut. Insiders revealed that at first, Anna never wanted any of the Kardashians at the event, but over time, Kim, Kylie, and Kendall impressed Anna with their fashion, and she believed they were influential enough to be invited. Unfortunately, Khloe never made the cut, and insiders claim that Anna believed Khloe was, quote, too C-list to be invited to the event. After Khloe was once again not present at the 2021 Met, a rumor started that Khloe was actually banned from the event altogether. A fan tweeted at Khloe, quote, "Khloe, now that you are online, please tell us if the Met Gala rumors are true, because I'll burn that dinosaur's bones." Khloe then responded, quote, "Absolutely not true." She meant about the ban. Although if she was banned, I'm not sure she would exactly know about it. And at number 9, Donald Trump. One of the only people we can be sure will not be invited to the Met Gala is none other than former President Donald Trump. Although I should say he'll never be invited again, because Trump has attended the Met Gala in the past. However, his political run changed that for him, and since he is hated by most of the Hollywood elites, it makes sense they would not want to party it up with him at the Met. This ban was confirmed when Anna Wintour, the legendary editor of Vogue that is in charge of the guest list, revealed it on The Late Late Show with James Corden. In 2017, during one of Corden's segments, Spill Your Guts or Fill Your Guts, Corden asked who Wintour would never again invite to the event, and she was quick to answer, Donald Trump. Since she was not shy to reveal it to the public, I'm sure she won't be going back on her word in the future. And at number 8, Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato had a terrible time at the 2018 Met Gala, and for that reason, even if they were invited again, I doubt they would actually go. During an interview with Billboard in 2019, Demi said how awful the Met Gala was, saying, quote, "I had a terrible experience. This one celebrity was a complete bitch and was miserable to be around. It was very cliquey. I remember being so uncomfortable that I wanted to drink." At this time, Demi was fighting to stay sober, so it was incredibly concerning that this event almost ruined all their progress. After the event, Demi revealed they went directly from the gala to an AA meeting, saying, quote, "I changed my clothes, but I still had my diamonds on. Millions of dollars of diamonds on in an AA meeting. And I related more to the homeless people in that meeting who struggled with the same struggles that I deal with than the people at the Met Gala." To make matters even worse, days after the gala, Demi got in a feud with Nicki Minaj when Minaj did not tag Demi in a group photo, clearly hinting that Nicki was the person who made it such a bad time for Demi.
Number 7, Chicago's birthday party. In January, Kanye West claimed that Kim Kardashian banned him from attending Chicago's birthday party. West took to Instagram in a video to say, "Just wishing my daughter a public happy birthday, I wasn't allowed to know where her party was." Sources, however, said that initially Kim and Kanye had planned on having 2 separate parties, and their daughter and Kanye was set to have his party Saturday at 4 p.m. Insiders then later confirmed the allegations were untrue, and Kanye was given information about the party as he was spotted in attendance while talking to Kris.
And at number 6, Tim Gunn. Tim Gunn is a legendary fashion critic who made the mistake of criticizing the Met Gala, and after that he was of course never asked back. When Gunn was asked about going to the gala in 2016, He replied, quote, "It's very true, it's a crazy story, and as far as I'm concerned, it's a very matter-of-fact story. I was asked what's the most unforgettable thing I've ever seen in fashion, and I said, it's easy. It was watching Anna Wintour being carried down 5 flights of stairs by 2 bodyguards, 2 big hulking men, from a fashion show. All hell broke loose, it was insane. We've had an open war ever since." Since Gunn trashed the legendary Anna Wintour, his name has been blacklisted from every event since. And it's a clear snub since it's natural to assume he would be invited to the high fashion event.
Number 5. Jamie Foxx. Stars witnessed Jamie Foxx get kicked out of a restaurant while he was assaulted at his table. Jamie was reportedly having dinner at the restaurant when a customer approached his table and complained to him that him and his friends were being too loud. When the group proceeded to not care, the person yelled, "You don't want to mess with me? I'm from New York." Jamie then fired back, "F you, I'm from Oakland." The person then began to charge at Foxx, and some witnesses even said Foxx began to fight back and took the person down. Both parties were eventually thrown out of the restaurant for their bad behavior.
In at number 4, Zayn Malik. In my opinion, it's not a shock to see Zayn Malik on this list, because he's been very open about his hatred for snooty events like this. However, he attended the Met once because of his supermodel ex-girlfriend Gigi Hadid. After attending once in 2016, he was over it and has not attended since. He told GQ in 2018 about skipping the event, quote, "I'd rather be sitting at my house doing something productive than dressing up in really expensive clothes and being photographed on a red carpet. To do the self-indulgent, 'look at me, I'm amazing' thing on the red carpet, it's not me." I'm sure Wintour did not like the harsh statement, along with the awkward headlines that came from Gigi Hadid walking the red carpet alone while they were dating.
3. The NBA. The NBA is a highly competitive league, just like many other professional sports leagues. There's a lot of rules imposed on players and the teams. While West didn't get banned from attending the events, his basketball shoes did. And when West teamed up with Adidas to create the Yeezy's first basketball shoes, he was so excited about the product he worked on for 3 years. Before Kanye could have an Adidas athlete don his Yeezy basketball shoe, the NBA scrubbed them off the list of shoes that were approved to wear during the season. While the sneaker color doesn't violate the league's restrictions, the NBA found the 3-meter reflective heel panel distracting for both arena spectators and television viewers, causing the NBA to ban it from the game.
And at number 2, Kim Kardashian. Of course, this ban did not last because Kim and the other members of the Kardashian family are a mainstay at the event these days. But back when Kim was just a measly reality TV star trying to become an A-list celebrity, Anna Wintour made it clear that she would never be invited. A source revealed back in 2012 that Anna was reportedly adamant about keeping the reality show star off her guest list, bluntly stating, quote, "Anna hates Kim. Why would she be invited to the event? It's all the biggest stars in the world and Kim doesn't fit that bill at all," a source told Page 6. But of course, once Kim upped her style game and became a key figure in fashion, it was impossible not to have her attend. And finally at number 1, Coco Rocha. This is definitely the shadiest on this list, because Coco Rocha was banned after getting on the bad side of one of the event's co-chairs. Pretty much all of the time, Anna Wintour has sole control over the guest list and doesn't let outside voices have an effect on her decisions. But that changed in 2017 when she allegedly let one of her co-chairs ban someone. That year, Katy Perry helped host the event, but she never forgot the time supermodel Coco Rocha accused her of being a copycat, and she used her newfound power at the Met to make sure she got her payback. The drama started back in 2013 at the MTV VMAs, where Katy Perry wore the same Emmanuel Ungaro that Coco had donned at the year's Met Gala a few months before. Rocha then joked about the copying in an interview, and that was clearly enough to get her on Perry's very bad side.